Hey guys, Greg here with another Think About It video, and today I want to talk about controlling your destiny. Over the last week or so, I've been reading Tony Robbins' book, Awaken the Giant Within. I downloaded it, free ebook, so you can just read it on your computer or your tablet or your smartphone or whatever. And anyway, I finished the first few chapters over the last week or so, and I thought about and I found some valuable information that I wanted to share with you guys in hopes that this can spur some motivation, maybe some positive changes in your life. So here I am. So let's get started. There was three things that Tony mentioned within the first chapter or two of the book that you can help control your destiny with. And the first thing is remembering and deciding what you want to focus on. Now, the way that I see this is finding your passions in life, giving yourself the power to, be happy, love what you do, that kind of thing. I mean, and this doesn't even have to be fitness or health related. When I think about this, I think of like if you like cooking, for example. I mean, take some culinary classes, maybe go to culinary school, maybe you take the steps to open up your own restaurant or a food truck. Maybe you work every day, but you work all day every day, but you like sports. So maybe you join a bowling league, maybe an adult softball league, maybe an ultimate frisbee league. I mean, whatever the case is. I mean, just find something that you can really focus on that you love, because I know from my personal experience, I mean, taking the sports example, when I was in high school, I used to be in a bowling league, and I remember that every week I would look forward to that Saturday morning, because I knew that for the first few hours of the day I got to get together with my friends and have a good time, and we would bowl, because I mean, when I was a kid I used to love bowling. So that made me feel really good about myself, just because I got to, like I said, be with some of my closest friends, and we got to do something that we all shared and enjoyed. The second thing is the decisions of what things mean to you. Now, what I think that this is giving yourself the power to control your reactions to certain stimuli in the environment. Like, for example, there are some people that tend to get upset about things that they can't control, and it's because there's no power there to control the reaction. And I think when you can give yourself the power to control your reactions, you end up becoming a stronger person mentally. You become a more positive person, because you know that these things will not affect your life in a negative way, and you're not, you don't waste that energy thinking about those things, worrying about those things, and you can use that energy for something more positive and something more useful to move yourself closer to success. And now the third thing that Tony mentioned is what to do to create your life of success. Now, what I think of this and what this means to me is giving yourself the ability to fail. Now, most people, I mean, and you can even read, most successful people, like for Donald Trump, for example, Michael Jordan, these people have failed time and time and time and time and time again, but they never let that stop them. One of the quotes from actually Body Beast, in one of the workouts, Segi Kalev says, it's only failing when you decide to quit. And that kind of stuck with me, because really that's the truth. You only are really a failure when you decide to quit. So even if you quote unquote fail, but if you don't give up, you can get yourself up, dust yourself off, and you can keep moving towards your goal. You have to decide what it is, that you want your life to be surrounded with. I mean, where your life wants to go. I mean, really all this comes down to is you have the power to do these things. You have the power to shape your life. You have the power to shape your destiny. You just have to be able to and willing to take the action, to take the consistent action, to get yourself there. Because if you're not taking the consistent action to actually get yourself there, then you're just kind of, going with the flow, and you're not really doing anything. And, I mean, that might be okay in the short term, but in the long term, you're really going to end up, maybe 10, 20, 30 years from now, and you're going to be like, what the hell happened to my life? I didn't, you might regret your life. You may look back on things and say, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that, so on and so forth. But, I guess the big thing that I want to get down to you guys here is, you need to take the action, you need to take consistent action, and now is the perfect time. I mean, it's never too late to start any kind of journey. Whether it is, finding your passion or getting in shape, or with the previous examples, opening up a restaurant, taking culinary school, going back to school for, a degree, whatever the case is. I mean, just give yourself the power to make choices. Give yourself the power to fail. Get yourself out there and take some action. So with that today, that's the video for today, guys. Remember, like I always say, where there's a will, there's a way, and I'll see you guys soon.